compared to like, I'm going to just run the streets, a lot of them would surprise you and actually do it. Especially if they thought they could work for themselves or take a small business class for free. Some kind of way help them to actually, open a small business. That's another thing. Like, they have federal funded community programs at some colleges like that, but they don't do nothing to commercialize it to let people know that they do it. I tell people that because they do nothing to put the information out there to show that we do this. We give these classes out. They do nothing to let people know that, though.
Now they're going to put it in your face. You got to want that shit speaking out.
But see, that's the thing.
But we need to have...
You need to have... If it's federal government money, there need to be a certain amount of it, exactly, to commercialize it, to give the information out to the people, to let them know it exists. Because some people, you're just not going to know it exists. I know just because I'm a business-minded person. But the average person don't know it and would actually do it if they knew.
Because if you go back to our time, everything spread it. I mean, because if somebody saw it or it was on something for you to see.
Exactly. It'll be on the side of a bus or something. It'll be on the side of a bus in the newspaper or something. And it's too easy to spread information now to not do that. It's too easy. But
I think that's part of it too. We didn't got lazy because if you wanted anything back in the day, then you had to work for it. You had to go somewhere. You had to do some work. But now you ain't got to move. You just grab your phone. So now it ain't nothing to it. So niggas just feel like, I'll do it anytime. You not doing shit.
That's true too.
Yeah, that's true. I said this once before many times that technology is our biggest downfall. I mean, it's good that we have the technology, but the technology has made us so lazy, bro. I mean, it's ridiculous, bro, that people got to the point where they're just not ambitious anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at it before, we just gonna go with all we had was pages. Even with the pager, bro, we was always somewhere trying to make money, make more money, or find a way to make something happen. But like you said, with all this technology, you can, like your phone, laptop, you ain't got to get out and hustle and do shit. We had a hustle about ourselves. And these young kids don't know shit about hustling, bro.
Now, I do say...
They don't know nothing about hustling.
I do say part of what made people lazy is I don't agree with a lot of it should be stipulations on some of the government funded projects that house and food stamps. It should be stipulations because it should be stipulations to make sure that the people getting it get it. You know what I mean? And the people I'm saying around the people that should get it get it. You know what I mean? And it should not be allowed to be like how they try to make it where it's a couple of things I don't agree with. Like, how they try to make it where if they got a man, they're not supposed to get it. It shouldn't be like that. It should be based solely on income of a family. Like if a family is struggling, they should be able to get that help. But of course, you're gonna have people. Anytime you have something like that, you're gonna have people abusing that system. But at one point, they were doing this. What I'm about to say. Along with that, there should be some type of, because I like I keep saying, I would say hand up, not hand out. Some type of vocational training to help them do better. You know what I mean? Like something that helps them find a better paying job or something to get out of it. Because the point of it is a hand up is to eventually stop getting it. You know what I'm saying? Is the point. To not have 3 generations doing it. It's you know what I'm saying? That to me is the point. The point is I'm in trouble right now. I'm having some difficulty. I got to get this money until I get right. And for some people, hell, there's no real super time limit on it, but you shouldn't be getting it for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Is what I'm getting at. But your entire time you should be trying to focus on whether it's, like put it this way. You go to college for 4 years and get a degree. So even if you got it the entire time you went to college and to the point that you're trying to find a job or good enough that you find a decent job here, what's that, 6-7 years tops? You should be off. I'm just saying. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting at. It's people that's abusing it. Like there should be a certain number of years that you get it. Then we get into the conversation of people that have multiple children, like back to back to back to back to back to back, and you don't want to police them about their kids. I'm like, you have to say something, because that's how you get that laziness. Because now you got people that abusing the system and go through it from generation to generation. Now their kids gonna turn around and do the same thing because they seen their mama doing it, and you're creating a pattern. You see what I'm saying? And see now you creating a pattern, and now that
you can't. They're never gonna regulate it simply because it was never for us in the first place. And if you look at the statistics dealing with welfare, it's only like 20% of blacks on it.
Well, I know.
But it's 80 to 90% of white. So that's one reason why they're never going to regulate it, because it is geared for them. It's not geared for us. So they're not going to regulate that, because you regulate it, then that's cutting them off.
I know.
But the people faces that you see they pop up there is our face, but it's not our face that's abusing the system. Yeah, some of us.
Oh, I was about to say now some of us abusing it now, but I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it through the eyes of the formula of violence in the community, because you have to look at who's doing most of the violence. Most of the violence is always because money. Don't get me wrong. It reflects from a number of things. It'd be beefs and egos and all that too. But like I said, what you have to really essentially look at, when has crime been the low? The lowest the crime been like for hundreds of years was when Obama was president. When Obama was president is when the country was doing good as far as making money. A lot of people had jobs that normally didn't have jobs. A lot of people was making good money. That's why the crime rate went down. Because if you don't have the need to do hustle stuff and be out in the street, there's no need to do a lot of violent stuff. Because at the end of the day, it's about money. Most of the crimes, you even look at the charges, it's around money. Capital murder is about money. Most of it's about money. Like the only other crimes like that of dealing with murder is usually domestic, or somebody just get into an argument. That it happens, but the statistic of stuff going on, like especially in like our community, Moreland, is usually some of it is money. Yeah, it's about money. It's something about dealing with money in some type of way, and even if it turns into something dumb, which it normally does, it initiated about something dealing with money. You know what I'm saying? Then other people get involved and it gets out of control. And man, don't get me started on that one. Because honestly, I really think one of our biggest issues as a people is ego. Is the person that don't want to be the bigger person and walk away. I really believe it's that more than anything else. Everybody wants to suddenly prove that they about their life. Nobody wants to be a punk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's so funny to me how the world flipped, because I'm like, when I was a kid, it wasn't like that. Not even when I was a kid, like high school age, it wasn't like that. Like people was like terrified of us. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like the whole object of growing up was to not be like us. Like. Nobody wanted to be like us.
Right.
Now, even the most suburban kids in the world want to imitate. You know what I'm saying? Like put it this way. This what makes me laugh. Well, you know what? It's a sad thing. I'm not laughing, but this is what I noticed. Now, I don't know how it is in y'all town, the people out there listening, but here, when I watch the news, right? And I look at the people that's getting murdered and the thing that unfolds the majority of the time. Like, I'm talking about at least 90% of the time. When I see the person that gets shot and murdered, most of the time it's not the person that was intended to get murdered. One, half of them, you know, like almost all the time, that's not it. But 90% of the time, have y'all ever noticed it's not a gangster's person? Like, it's not a person with a criminal background, or they just went in the street. Oh, yeah. They went in the street like that. Like 90% of the time. Which means that 90% of the time, these people that are getting altercations are not from that life. The actual gangsters are not the ones out here shooting each other. They're not the ones doing it. The actual dudes that's swinging bricks and selling cocaine ain't really too much of the ones out here killing each other. Because I'm telling you, start paying attention to the people that's actually shooting and getting shot. These are like high school students, kids from suburbia, parents got good jobs, come from good homes, don't stay in the hood, over there visiting somebody. You know what I'm saying? It be shit like that. And it don't be the people that are actually from the block. Is anybody else noticing that but me?
Well, see, when you from the block, you got access to the bad side as well. You know what I'm talking about? It's all good, man.
Or
rapping about all the fun shit, all the good shit, the balling and shit. But they don't tell you about the life in prison, the getting raped in jail, the fucking getting
they leave
shot,
that part out. Exactly.
About the shit bag problems, you know, they don't tell you none of that shit.
That's what I'm getting at. I really think a lot of these people are trying to live out shit they seen in a movie. I'm serious. I hate to say this, and please don't take this and send me no bad letters thinking I'm talking ill of the dead. I'm just saying. In my experience of people that I watch and see, and when I see these things unfold and I learn about who the people are, 90% of the time it be shit like that. You know, with the exception of like innocent people that somebody just a bad shot and shoot the wrong person. It be shit like that. It don't be the real out there gangster people. It be the people fit. Like, I'll give you a prime example. I don't know if y'all remember maybe about a month ago, there was a guy. Now, he actually lives in the hood, right? So these dudes come from Madison, of all places, to start some shit with him for some strange fucking reason. I don't know. And came to his apartments to talk shit with their guns. Walked up to his apartment step, the one dude did, and his two friends stood at the bottom of the steps with the guns. Now, they came to be intimidating. Problem is, you're not intimidating an actual gangster, a person actually from the hood. You're not going to intimidate them because that's what they do every day. Now, this dude done beat the dude down, took the gun, killed him on the steps. His two friends at the bottom of the steps did nothing with the guns at the bottom. Now, the reason I know this entire story of how this happened, this unfolded, because somebody Facebook Live the entire thing. Then walking up, talking shit, whole nine. The fight and the shooting. Killed him right there on the steps. Now, I guarantee you he ain't did a day in jail behind that because that was self-defense, but they weren't from there. Come to find out, parents stay in a nice $300,000 house. Nice big house. The dude who got killed. Nice background. Nice family. Even went to a private school. Like, damn. Really? But you want to be... See, that's what I'm talking about. That's an issue. It's like, I think that part of it is some people are really easily influenced. Really easily influenced. And we have to find a way to influence them back the other way. You get what I'm saying? They're too influencing back the other way. Here's what's dumb about what I see a lot of people doing. They get influenced to be hood. The people in the ghetto don't want to live in the ghetto. But y'all want to emulate the people in the ghetto to act like the people in the ghetto. But they don't even want to be there. They will switch places with your ass in a heartbeat. It's stupid. Like, the whole thing is fucking stupid. They do not want to be there, but your whole life of what you do and dress and act and try to emulate is them. Is insane.